What's up, you guys? It's your girl Amber, and today I want to talk to you about strap etiquette. I want to talk about different types of dildos, cleaning them, different types of harnesses, and also give you tips that work for me as far as introducing the strap and some tips to not kill the mood when it's time and, you know, in the bedroom. Y'all know what I mean, right? And I want to give you guys this information just in time for that special Valentine's Day. You feel me? And the reason why I even want to talk about this is because I've been talking to some of my friends about their routine and it was absolutely ridiculous. So today we gonna get this right. So recently I've been around a lot of strapper friends. We're having like a group conversation and I ended up getting in it and they asked me,
what size is the strap that you put on everybody, Amber?
And I'm like, what do you mean? It's different. I buy a new one for every girl. And they're just like, what?
Hell no, that's too expensive.
And for me, there's no expense to safety and comfortability. I'm not just going around strapping everybody. That's something that we have to get comfortable with each other. And once we get to a consistent sex life, we can talk about that. But also, every girl is a different size, you know what I'm saying? So I like to either go with her and have her pick it out, maybe one or two, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's better that way. So I explained this to my friends and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, you guys, well, what type of dildo are you using? Because you know, some can spread STDs, STIs, and yeast infections. And they were like, what are you talking about? We gotta do better, y'all. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the different types of dildos, and the first one we're gonna talk about porous dildos because they're the most popular, they're cheaper, and they're genuinely really soft. But that means that they can trap dirt and bacteria, and also you can never completely sterilize them. If you're gonna use those, you have to use a condom. And people don't realize that if you use them between partners, the bacteria, it tends to just grow and become even more dangerous, and you can bring up a previous STD or STI. You can pass it on to partners or you can cause a yeast infection. So if you're gonna use one of those, please use a condom with that. Now we're gonna talk about non-porous dildos, which are made from higher quality materials, so they're more expensive, but they're better for you. Non-porous dildos don't harbor dirt or bacteria and they're completely sterilizable. The most popular is ones that are made from silicone, but you can also find ones that are glass, wood, metal, and ABS hard plastic. Now listen, I'm not gonna just preach at y'all. Of course I'm gonna show you guys stuff, and of course I have the links down below if you guys need these. And no, this is not a sponsored video. These are actually things that I use and my friends use that are really good. Most of them are lesbian created for us and by us. So I'm gonna show you guys two of my favorites, and I'm really big on clitoral stimulation of the giver. It has a little ridge at the end of it so that the giver can feel a little bit of something as they're given. And this one is completely non-porous. Obviously it's really soft, but my favorite one is this one right here. First of all, you guys can see it's non-porous. It's really, really soft. And it's not that often that I find a color that's closer to me. It's either like really white or really dark. This one's also really dope because it has a little bullet. Yeah. And it's completely flush with the back of this because other harnesses that had bullets, they would drop on the side and that can really hurt your like pelvic area. If you know, you know what I'm saying. And so the giver can actually feel this as well as it vibrates throughout it, and then the taker can actually feel this. So this one is really bomb. Okay, so let's talk about cleaning it, right? The old school way, we used to boil it on the stove or we used to put it in the dishwasher. Nowadays I'll use my castile soap, or I prefer using proper cleaner. This one is tea tree oil foaming cleaner. Using something that's natural is just so much better because you have to think about her or whoever. If you're like switching off or whatever, you have to think about your guys' pH balance and things that can negatively affect it or throw that off down there. The next thing is storage. It's really important for you guys to like store your dildos once they're clean in a bag that helps bacteria not be able to form or grow or build. So this is the traditional one that I think that I've shown you guys when I got it on Adam and Eve. And this is just a simple little bag. You put your toys in there, boom. But lately, I've been using this one right here. It's a bad boy. It's actually really dope. Like, I kept the box so I can explain this to you guys because it's a UV sterilizer pouch. So you can actually charge this thing and you can turn on a UV light that will make sure to kill 99.9% of bacteria. There's a little peek window if you need to look. Here's the box. I'm gonna have the link for this one down below as well. All right, now we're gonna talk about harnesses. I don't know about you guys, but when I first started this expedition of strapping, there was only one type of harness and it was so uncomfortable. And the G-string harness that went up my butt. And then there's all these straps, whatever. So the different types are G-string harness, double straps, a corset harness, a thigh and arm, an underwear harness, a lingerie harness, a vibrator harness, and my favorite, a boxer harness. I might have missed some, but who cares? Because I'm gonna show you guys the best ones and all you need. Now, I had to buy new stuff because I wasn't gonna show you guys mine. But previously, I had a red pair of these. Now look at these, you guys. Yeah. This is called the Tomboy made by Spare Parts, and it's so good. The reason why I love this versus other boxer ones that I've gotten is it fits really tight, like in a comfortable way. And that means that this feels a part of me. You know when like the other underwear ones before, like it tends to like end up expanding and then it's kind of like doing this thing and it's not like staying flush to you? That's not how I feel about these. These are great. So this is by Spare Parts. I'm gonna have the link down below. But I recently just found out, because I was going to buy another pair of those, and I found out that they have boxer versions. Oh my god. You guys, these are my new favorite thing. They have like a little part right here that it's gonna grip you. But I think the coolest part about this, there is 2 outer points. That means you can decide where you want this dildo to sit. And some girls have a higher clit, some girls have a lower clit, some girls don't want it to touch at all. That's why these are my favorite. It's made by the same company. Yes, they're pricey, but it's so worth it, you guys. And the first time I got the Love bundle that came with the red shorts and a dildo with it. They come with a little bag inside. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys with a few tips that work for me. Of course, if I miss some, put in the comments below. But the first thing is, like, I definitely recommend getting a new dildo for each partner. If you think about it, it's the cost of dinner, and a good sex life is worth that dinner price. You feel me? Or invest in a really good one so you don't have to think about those extra steps or those scares. But if you cannot afford a more expensive one, just use a condom so you don't have to worry about those things either. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that works for me, but some people get away with this, but I think that you should always get consent when it comes to strapping. You get what I'm saying? Before you just introduce it and throw it on somebody. Because there's actually a lot of women out there that don't prefer penetration. If you don't want that awkward moment, I recommend you just having the conversation. So the last thing I want to tell you guys is how to introduce it without killing the mood. Now, the first step I want to tell you guys is I make sure that it is already clean, it is put together, it's in the bag with my favorite lube. I have a couple lubes. One is like CBD stimulated, so like it helps tingling and whatever, and a coconut oil one that warms up. I think warming up ones do really well. Not the crazy ones, but one that just warms it up a little bit just in case the strap is cold. Now, to not kill the mood while you're adjusting, my first thing that I do is I like to kind of put a pillow over their face, or I pull out my little mask or my bandana, I'll put it over their eyes. And then once they're blindfolded, if I feel like I can adjust everything with one hand, I keep that one hand massaging, or you know what I'm saying, keeping the, you know, the flow going. Now, if you don't feel like you're a person that can adjust with one hand, I recommend passing on a vibrator. Just have her laying, you got the music going, you got the scene going, it smells good in here. You don't want to do too much, so put it on a really low setting and hand it to her, or put it down there right there and just kind of get that going while you hurry up and put that thing on. And it doesn't kill the vibe. And then if you have one of these harnesses, you didn't trip over it or nothing crazy, you just have a smooth ride. You know what I'm saying? Alright, you guys, so those are the things that work for me. Again, if you have any additions, put in the comments below. And if you guys have any other things that you guys want me to talk about in the realm of lesbian sex, let me know some topics in the comments below, because I got y'all. Your big bro sis, you feel me? I've been through some things. I love you guys so much. Stay amazing, stay proud, stay woke. Peace.